Long miles, no drama, built to last. We count 16 reliable, comfortable motorcycles that seniors actually ride. You get real prices, senior-friendly ergos, proven durability, and support. Wait until you see our lead pick. Lightweight, low seat, and decades of reliable, smooth ownership. The beast arrives at number 16, Honda Valkyrie GL 1500C. Meet the Honda Valkyrie GL 1500C. The flat six that turns pavement into velvet, silky with a reliable shaft that shrugs off decades. The Big Six is low stress, known for longevity, with a parts network and support that keeps ownership peaceful for riders who want miles, not drama. Ergonomics are senior-friendly. A low seat near 29 inches, a plush saddle, floorboards, and a neutral bar reach that preserves comfort and stability all day. Balance is excellent at a crawl. Fueling is refined, and the exhaust tone is satisfying. A soundtrack that invites relaxed cruising. Wind management is easy to tailor with screens and lowers, building a quiet pocket that keeps helmet smooth and shoulders relaxed and serene when the ride stretches past dinner. One rider shared, "It runs and rides like an absolute dream." Easily, my most favorite bike I've ever owned. Real-world range is solid thanks to a generous tank and mid-range manners, returning reliable miles per gallon with measured throttle and patient, stable pacing. New is long discontinued. Used pricing typically sits around $4,500 to $8,500 for clean riders with service records, with tasteful add-ons enhancing value and trusted appeal. Light negative, lifting off the side stand reveals bulk. Once rolling, the chassis feels stable, tracking lines with confident solidity and predictable low RPM torque. Regular fluids, simple valve checks, and routine final drive service are straightforward. And the motor tolerates age with durable, reliable grace if you keep intervals honest. Want big twin thunder with couch comfort? Number 15 brings it. Best windshield height in inches for quiet, relaxed shoulders? Roaring down the line at number 15, Yamaha Road Star 1700 X5 1700. Air-cooled simplicity meets bulldog torque on the Road Star 1700, a cruiser senior's value for reliable manners, durable components, and long-range comfort. Hydraulic lifters eliminate valve checks, the sturdy bottom end loves low RPM cruising, and the belt final drive stays clean, quiet, and reliable for thousands of miles. Ergonomics say relax. Feet forward floorboards, a broad, plush saddle near 28 inches, and easy reach bars that keep shoulders peaceful and wrists smooth. Add a windshield and bags, and it becomes a relaxed weekender, while the torque curve pulls two up confidently at 50 to 60 miles per hour. Reliability is the calling card. Simple air-cooled architecture and minimalist electronics reduce surprises, and parts support is strong from a large community and broad aftermarket. Most service is garage-friendly. Oil, belt checks, occasional carb cleaning, and owners report miles when basics stay up. Price reality is friendly. New is long discontinued. Used examples typically run about $3,500 to $6,500, with clean paint, rubber nudging the top, keeping value solid. Light negative, carb tune matters. Once pilots are set, slides synced and idle dialed, the motor runs stellar for seasons. Set it right for precise response, then ride. Keep belt tension within spec, grease pivots on schedule, and this platform repays steady care with reliable years and an under-stressed feel that seniors appreciate. Touring trim from Kawasaki with boards and bags? Number 14 coasts relaxed. Floorboards are mid-pegs, which saves your knees and comfort on long days. And why? Throttle the engine and hit subscribe bell on. Join our crew for reliable comfort picks, real prices, and setup advice. We drop weekly rides that keep backs happy, wrists relaxed, and miles stress-free. Share your fit tweaks below today. Kicking the stand up at number 14, Kawasaki Vulcan 1600 Nomad. Boards, bags, and a tall windshield make Vulcan 1600 Nomad a highway companion with serious comfort, reliable manners, and stable control seniors trust. The Big V twin stays understressed, Cooling remains consistent, and the shaft drive delivers silky thrust while skipping chain grime, which keeps maintenance practical for long ownership. Floorboards relax ankles, a plush 2-up saddle spreads weight evenly, and the roomy triangle keeps hips and shoulders peaceful during sunrise starts and sunset arrivals. Wind protection is generous behind the touring shield, and factory bags swallow jackets, rain liners, and a weekend's worth of secure cargo without rattles or drama. Used examples usually list around $3,000 to $6,000, with documentation, fresh rubber, and healthy charging systems, fetching a confident premium from careful buyers. One rider shared, "The 1600 Nomad was, still is, a great bike. Mine never broke down." Service is straightforward. Reliable fuel injection, long life belt or shaft components, accessible filters, and clear intervals that make DIY owners feel empowered and relaxed between trips. Light negative. Stock shock can feel soft when loaded. Quality springs or better damping, restore. Stability, steering precision, and braking confidence on patchy interstate pavement. Ergonomics invite movement, so stretch knees on the floorboards, slide slightly rearward on the saddle, and keep wrists neutral, with the wide bar's comfortable sweep. Prefer a lounge chair cockpit with similarly durable bones and mellow cadence? Number 13 from Suzuki floats along beautifully with relaxed, torque-rich grace. What preload setting in clicks keeps handling stable for two, up touring, full bags, and a tail rack, while preserving comfort over expansion joints? Laying rubber at number 13, Suzuki Intruder 1500 LC VL 1500. Laid-back ergos and a roomy cockpit make Intruder 1500 LC a mellow cruiser with a reliable heart, long service records, and practical running costs. The big bore twin prefers a relaxed cadence, its tune is gentle rather than frantic, and parts support stays strong, keeping ownership peaceful for seasoned riders. You sit deep in a supportive saddle, reach naturally to the bar, and enjoy a low seat that welcomes shorter inseams without sacrificing stable control. Used pricing typically lands between $2,500 and $5,500, with clean wiring, smooth fueling, and straight wheels commanding a confident premium. Reliability highlights include uncomplicated carbs or injection, stout charging, and a very durable clutch that lives happily when you use the motor's generous low RPM torque. Light negative. Ground clearance is modest, so ride the torque, short shift earlier, and let the engine's broad mid-range carry speed without scraping hardware. Comfort upgrades are simple. A taller screen for chest relief, soft lowers for cooler months, and progressive fork springs for added control on uneven county roads. It floats through small towns, loafs at 55, and remains silky enough at 65 to turn errands into scenic loops that actually feel restorative. Craving full dresser comfort without big money? Number 12 brings a V4 Cocoon with hotel suite amenities, long legs, and a reputation for marathon miles. Sheepskin or gel pad, what keeps the saddle plush after 2 hours, helps hips stay relaxed, and leaves shoulders limber when the afternoon crosswind kicks. Tearing through at number 12, Yamaha Venture Royale, XVZ 1200 and 1300. The Venture Royale wraps riders in a full-dress wind cocoon, powered by a smooth V4 and backed by shaft drive that screams longevity rather than drama. Tall screen, wide fairing, and generous lowers build a quiet pocket, while the plush seat and armchair stands deliver day-long comfort for backs and shoulders. Used examples often list around $2,000 to $5,000, making this rolling suite a value pick for seniors who want reliable miles without premium payments. And the engine's character is refined, with velvet torque from down low and a relaxed cadence at 70, which keeps hands peaceful and helmets remarkably silent. Electrics are substantial, running lights, heated accessories, and communication gear without complaint. And the alternator output is strong enough for modern GPS and heated gloves. Exhaust sound of the Yamaha Venture Royale XVZ 1200. Maintenance remains practical. Valves at sensible intervals, easy fluids, durable shaft splines, clear access panels, and filters stay affordable, which makes garage days organized instead of frustrating. Light negative. Curb weight in parking lots can intimidate. Once rolling, the chassis feels stable, the steering neutral, and the suspension absorbs expansion joints gracefully. Passenger space is generous, with proper backrest support and footprint-friendly floorboards, so two-up weekends feel relaxed, coordinated, truly social at all fuel stops. Want classic wing feel without the bigger GL 1500 heft? Number 11 hits that sweet spot with nicely proven flat-4 serenity. Intercom or modern Bluetooth, what keeps conversations clear, minimizes wind fatigue, and preserves that peaceful rhythm on a 4-hour interstate run today smoothly. Ripping into number 11, Honda GL 1200 Goldwing, Interstate or the 𝐏𝐄𝐑. Honda's GL 1200 Goldwing delivers wing comfort in a manageable package with legendary longevity from its flat 4 and a massive parts network. A sofa-grade saddle, wide fairing, and that peaceful pocket of air create relaxed shoulders, steady helmets, and genuine comfort for riders who prefer long, smooth days indeed. Used pricing typically runs about $2,500 to $6,000, with well-maintained interstates and 𝐏𝐿𝐃𝐑s commanding a confident premium for documented service. The flat 4 is durable and balanced, cooling stays stable, and the drivetrain's silky nature turns 70 miles per hour into an unhurried, civilized cruise. Handlebar reach is natural. Peg position keeps knees friendly, and the chassis tracks stable through sweepers without wallow when tires and suspension are fresh and aligned. Maintenance is practical if scheduled, belt set recommended miles, coolant on time, and carb sync that rewards patience with silky idle and crisp, predictable response. Light negative, stator wiring and connectors on older harnesses deserve attention. Modern upgrades are common, bringing reliable charging and brighter lighting for night comfort. Luggage capacity remains truly generous, turning grocery runs into effortless supply missions and weekend tours into well-organized trips where everything has secure, weatherproof space. Want the adventure posture? An optional DCT to save risks in traffic? Number 10 brings upright confidence, plush travel, and remarkable versatility. What screen height in inches keeps helmets quiet on your wing? Taller touring shield, mid-cut compromise, or stock for those peaceful, wind-managed mornings today? Unstoppable at number 10, Honda Africa Twin CRF 1100L DCT optional. Upright, Ergo's long travel suspension, and optional DCT make Honda's Africa Twin CRF 1100L a senior-friendly ADV machine with reliable stamina, stable manners, and comfort that lasts all day. The parallel twin shows proven durability. The chassis feels robust on broken pavement, and the electronics are refined rather than fussy, adding traction control and ABS that act like quiet guardians. A broad, supportive saddle eases hips, the tank lets knees stay relaxed, and wide bars give confident leverage on gravel and washboard. DCT deserves a spotlight for wrists and shoulders. Buttery, smooth shifts without clutch work reduce repetitive strain, while manual paddles still deliver precise control when you want to pick a line. This is the top speed of Honda Africa Twin CRF 1100L. The aftermarket is massive, screens, risers, and lower seats to tailor fit without losing balance. New typically spans 14,800 to 17,300, depending on trim and DCT, while used examples sit between 9,000 and 14,500. Clean records bring value. Light negative, the standard saddle is tall for many riders. The factory low option and sag setup bring boots nearer the ground, restoring stable confidence at parking lot pace. If you crave upright visibility with shock absorption that stays plush all day, this platform earns respect and keeps aches away with reliable grace. Want a comfy all-rounder standard that flies under the radar? Number 9 is a sleeper with sport tour posture. Manual or DCT, which reduces wrist strain for you. Firing on all cylinders at number 9. Yamaha TDM 900 or TDM 850. Yamaha's TDM 900 and earlier TDM 850 hides in plain sight as a sport tour all-rounder with bulletproof temperament, reliable fueling, and day-long comfort seniors notice from mile 1. The parallel twin is flexible and smooth, pulling clean from low RPM, then settling into a relaxed hum that keeps vibrations civil at highway pace. A confident frame and compliant forks soak potholes. The shock accepts luggage, and the fairing carves a calm pocket that spares shoulders from buffeting. Ergonomics shine, upright bars, generous seat-to-peg room, and a supportive saddle that lets knees breathe. Slide fore and aft to change pressure points and keep hips happy. Maintenance stays practical with accessible service points, and the community offers reliable setup tips for screens and gearing. Pricing is friendly. New is discontinued, and used examples typically sell between $3,000 and $6,000, with tidy records and fresh tires drawing the top end. Light negative. Styling splits opinions, Euro quirk to some, but ride quality, stability, and braking win skeptics after a single loop. Add soft bags and a taller screen, and you have an underrated traveler that knocks out 400 miles with stops and arrives with shoulders still limber. Prefer shaft drive serenity with a fairing and steady manners? Number 8 commutes like a PRO, tours like a grown-up, and asks for little. Best bar rise in inches for shoulder relief. 1 inch, 1.5, or 2. Dialing in at number 8, Yamaha XJ 900S Diversion and the 𝐏𝐄𝐑 900. Yamaha's XJ 900S Diversion, known here as the 𝐏𝐄𝐑 900, delivers shaft drive ease, fairing calm, and daily durability that riders value on real roads. The understressed inline 4 hums smooth at cruise, the electrics are reliable, and valve service is straightforward, so ownership stays practical. A neutral triangle, plush seat foam, and wind management create a bubble that saves shoulders, while mid-controls keep knees in a natural bend for hours. The half fairing is a sweet spot. Enough coverage for chilled weather without bulk, and the screen swaps quickly if you want quieter airflow. Shaft drive cuts mess, with the gearbox is precise, and the chassis tracks stable through sweepers. Add progressive fork springs and braided lines, and the bike feels modern without losing reliable charm. Cost is a highlight. New is long gone, and used examples typically sit between $2,500 and $4,500, with records and fresh rubber bringing the premium. Light negative, the stock brakes feel period, contemporary pads, lines, and fresh fluid deliver a confidence jump, and quality tires transform initial bite. For commuters who want weekend range, a top box plus soft panniers keep weight, balanced, and errands simple. Prefer a torquey shaft, UJM, with a 𝐏𝐄𝐑 saddle and a heart? Number 7 is your ticket, big bore grunt, stable manners, and miles that melt away. Top box or soft bags? What keeps weight balanced for you on a windy day? Leaning hard into number 7, Suzuki GSX 1100G. Suzuki's GSX 1100G is a shaft drive UJM with torquey 4-cylinder punch, a 𝐏𝐄𝐑 saddle, and reliable hardware that shrugs off years when fluids stay fresh. The oil-cooled lineage brings durable internals and consistent temperatures, and the gearbox is stout, giving smooth shifts under load. Ergonomics favor comfort. A broad supportive seat, relaxed bar sweep, and mid-mounted pegs let knees settle in a natural bend so hips and lower back stay happy on long rides. The wheelbase and stable geometry, calm crosswinds, and the chassis tracks confidently through sweepers, turning freeway drones into peaceful progress. Maintenance is practical. Valve checks are accessible, shaft final drive cuts mess, and part supply remains strong thanks to crossover fittings and an active community. Pricing is friendly. New is gone, and used examples typically run $2,200 to $4,500, with stock exhausts bringing the premium. Light negative. Curb weight is noticeable in tight maneuvers. Once rolling, momentum makes everything feel smooth, and a fork brace or fresh springs sharpen feedback. Add a small windscreen and soft panniers, and you get a reliable partner that sips fuel sensibly and asks for oil, filters, and a battery tender. Want old-school sport tour comfort with bite when the road opens? Number 6 rips it with classic stance and modern composure. What rear spring and preload combo saves your lower back, stiffer rate with fewer turns, or moderate rate with extra clicks? Flying past the pack at number 6, Yamaha FJ1200. The Yamaha FJ1200 blends wind-taming fairing, plush seating, and rock-solid engineering into a highway partner seniors trust for reliability, comfort, and long-haul stability. The air and oil-cooled inline-4 is famously durable. The gearbox shifts smooth with little drama, and routine service stays practical with accessible filters and valve shims. Ergonomics are roomy. A supportive saddle, generous seat-to-peg distance, and a natural reach that keeps shoulders relaxed on 100-mile stints. Wind protection is excellent. The broad fairing carves a quiet pocket, and simple ducts or deflectors reduce summertime heat, preserving comfort when temperatures climb. Owners praise the stable chassis, confident brakes, and long-wearing drivetrain that shrugs off big mileage when oil and valves are handled on schedule. Used examples often list between $2,000 and $4,500, and smart buyers check charging health, fork seals, and tire date codes to keep ownership secure and predictable. Light negative. In warm months, you may feel engine heat at low speed. Proper ducting, fresh coolant, and a clean radiator help maintain smooth manners in traffic. If you want a proven sport tourer that respects backs, shoulders, and knees, this classic delivers reliable pace without drama and a ride quality that still feels refined today. Ready for an upright muscle standard with modern handling and old-school durability? Number 5 flexes with roomy ergonomics and a bulletproof reputation. Tall screen or laminar lip, what keeps the airflow quiet for you around 75 miles per hour? Hammering down at number 5, Kawasaki ZRX 1200R. Kawasaki's ZRX 1200R brings upright muscle with day-to-day comfort, a stone-reliable 4-cylinder, and chassis poise that feels refined at speed, yet friendly around town. The liquid-cooled engine runs under stress in street tune. Internals are robust, cooling is strong, and fueling stays consistent, so longevity feels baked in when oil and valves are kept on schedule. You get a wide, supportive saddle, natural barb bend, and relaxed peg drop that preserve hips and knees, while the stout swing arm and well-sorted geometry keep the bike stable in sweepers and confident on patched pavement. Brakes deliver predictable bite with solid modulation, and quality rubber transforms the already composed chassis into a mile eater that never feels twitchy. Prices typically sit around $4,500 to $9,000, depending on condition and tasteful upgrades. A clean service history is the value sweet spot. The community is enthusiastic and knowledgeable, with proven recipes for comfort screens, luggage, and suspension refreshes that extend durability without killing character. Light negative. Insurance can be spicy in some zip codes because of the muscle bike image. The ownership experience still feels worth it when you factor reliability, part support, and resale strength. If you want classic Eddie Lawson vibes with modern reliability and senior-friendly ergos, this one is hard to beat. Want a gentle giant Honda that turns interstates into peaceful rhythm? Number 4 delivers a shaft drive cruiser with low RPM torque and couch-class comfort. Which bar bend in inches saves your shoulders on long rides? Shifting up into number 4, Honda VTX 1800. Honda's VTX 1800 is an under-stressed V-twin that turns interstates into smooth rhythm, relaxed cadence, plush seating, and mile-devouring stability that seniors appreciate. The liquid-cooled twin loafs at low RPM, the shaft drive is clean and durable, and the cooling system stays reliable in summer heat. So the driveline earns a reputation for longevity with straightforward fluids and valves. Floorboards and a wide supportive saddle distribute pressure, the bars meet your hands without strain, and the chassis tracks stable with a planted feel that reduces shoulder fatigue and wrist tension. Used values generally run $3,500 to $7,000, and the smartest buys show tidy service, fresh rubber, and charging systems that hold secure voltage. Accessories are abundant: windshields, backrests, luggage, and each adds practical comfort without complicating maintenance. Light negative, weight can feel present at a crawl or on slopey driveways. Once rolling, balance is reassuring, and low RPM torque makes every merge effortless. If you want a cruiser that eats miles with minimal drama and keeps ownership simple, this Honda checks the boxes. Now for Yamaha's Granite Tough Tourer with plush manners and serious wind management. Number 3, backrest or highway pegs, which saves your hips first on a long afternoon. Don't hit the brake. Subscribe so you never miss our long ride lineups. Share your seat, height, bar rise, and best gel or foam fix. Help another rider beat pain and stay comfortable. Grinding into number 3, Yamaha Stratoliner XV1900, XV1900. Yamaha's Stratoliner, 1,900 pairs, granite tough displacement with a plush cockpit and superior wind management, creating a touring rig that feels relaxed at 65, yet confident well past that. The big air-cooled twin runs low stress, belt drive keeps maintenance clean, and fueling is reliable, so the platform routinely logs six-figure mileage with nothing more than fluids, filters, and occasional belts. An aluminum frame brings stiffness without harshness. The screen builds a quiet pocket, and the deep, supportive saddle spreads weight so hips and tailbone stay happy deep into the day. Floorboards offer generous room to shift stance, the bars fall to hand with natural reach, and the chassis remains stable with luggage and a passenger, exactly what seniors want for comfort and control. Used pricing typically lands around $4,500 to $9,000, depending on miles and trim, and well-kept examples hold value thanks to durability and strong community demand. Owners praise the smooth torque, the composed suspension, and the reliable electrics that shrug off weather, which is why these bikes remain favored by distance riders long after glossier trends fade. Light negative. Weight is noticeable during parking lot maneuvers. On the open highway, it turns silky, tracking aero straight with minimal input. Looking for Honda-grade smooth with classic flair and day-long ergos? Number 2 glides with that signature refinement. What seat height in inches keeps your knees relaxed for you on all-day rides? Revved up and ready at number 2, Honda CB 1300 Super 4. Honda's CB 1300 Super 4 is the gentle giant many of us trust. Silky 4, relaxed geometry, and mile-after-mile stability without drama. The big inline 4 is proven, ancillaries are strong, and cooling is reliable even in summer heat, so the platform earns decade-long durability with scheduled valves and oil. Ergonomics favors senior riders. Upright bars, a plush seat, and generous legroom deliver peaceful rhythm, while the chassis stays composed on patched pavement and stable through sweepers. Throttle response is refined, clutch feel is predictable, and the gearbox remains precise after thousands of shifts, which builds confidence for long weekends. Brakes offer solid bite with good modulation. Braided lines and fresh pads add secure feel without changing the bike's friendly nature. Clean used examples often land $4,500 to $9,000, depending on miles and records, tight enough to shop with purpose. Light negative. Around town, it can feel heavier at a crawl. The reward arrives at speed where the Super 4 tracks straight, settles smooth, and turns fatigue into relaxed enjoyment. Maintenance is practical with wide part support, and the community shares torque specs, shim tips, and comfort tweaks. Final tease, our last pick brings shaft drive serenity, low seat confidence, and a mellower heartbeat that seniors praise for decade-long reliability. Grip diameter in inches. What keeps hands relaxed on standards? The top of the podium, number 1, Yamaha XV1100 Virago. Yamaha's XV1100 Virago delivers shaft drive ease, low seat confidence, and a relaxed heartbeat that seniors appreciate on long afternoons. The mellow V-twin is durable with sensible service. Charging components are strong on sorted examples, and the chassis is reliable for everyday miles. Foot-forward ergonomics, a plush pad, and an easy reach to the bars create a peaceful cadence, while the long wheelbase adds straight-line stability. Used pricing is friendly. Many listings sit around $2,000 to $4,000, and condition matters more than chrome. Prioritize smooth fueling, healthy compression, and steady charging voltage. Maintenance is practical and well documented, from valve checks and carb sync to fresh tires that improve comfort and braking confidence. Light negative. Some years develop starter clutch drama, yet the fix is well known, and once addressed, the system remains reliable. For seniors chasing low effort and long ownership, the Virago's calm cadence, shaft cleanliness, and balanced weight deliver relaxed control in parking lots and smooth rhythm on back highways. This is why many say it rides forever. Friendly seat height, a tractable engine, and consistent service with regular oil and filters. Long miles, no drama, real comfort. That's our mission. 16 reliable picks with proven engines, senior-friendly ergos, and fair prices you can actually find. Which machine would you trust coast to coast, and what seat or screen made it comfortable for 8 hours? Join our growing community. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and ride the next 1,000 miles with us. You won't believe the bargain tour is coming next. Value, comfort, and genuine range.